sublime method for reviving our Krishna consciousness. As living spiritual soul, we are all originally Krishna conscious entities, but due to our association with matter from time immemorial, our consciousness is now polluted by material atmosphere. In this polluted concept of life, we are all trying to exploit the resources of material nature, but actually we are becoming more and more entangled in our complexities. There is no need of understanding the language of the mantra, nor there is any need of mental speculation, nor any intellectual adjustment for chanting this Mahamantra. It springs automatically from the spiritual platform, and as such, anyone can take part in this transcendental sound vibration without any previous qualification and dance in ecstasy. We have seen it practically. Even a child can take part in the chanting, or even a dog can take part in it. The chanting is exactly like genuine cry by the child for mother. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Good evening to all the assembled devotees. Welcome to this Gita Made Easy program course. So today we are on chapter 11, the universal form, vishva-rupa darshanam. Very interesting chapter. So we will go into the chapter. So this course is based on the teachings of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. For more details on this chapter, you can always refer to Bhagavad-gita as it is. So before going into this vishva-rupa darshanam, let us offer our humble prayers at the lotus feet of Sri Krishna, so that we may be able to understand his teachings, get inspired and follow and live according to the instructions he has given in this divine literature. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimarandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapatakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatanitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakantam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha, Gopika Kanta, Radha Kanta, Namostute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi, Radhe Vrindavaneshwari, Dashamano Sute Devi, Pranamami Hari Priye, Vancha Kalpatarubhyacha, Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo, Namo Namaha, Namao Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Desatarine Mugam Karoti Vachalam Pangun Langete Kirim Etkripada Mande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhav Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasati Gaura Bhaktavranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we are in the middle section of Bhagavad-gita, chapter number 11. So next chapter is chapter 12. With this, the Bhakti Yoga section ends, and then we'll go to the Jnana Yoga part of Bhagavad-gita. So now we'll be discussing today from chapter 11, the universal form. So generally, when we say God, there are a lot of misconceptions about the Lord, with related to everyone's understanding, are related to, especially to Sri Krishna. So some consider him as an ordinary human being. We know that somebody says that, okay, he's a normal person. We are promoting him as a God. Some consider Krishna is also one of like other devatas. Like we have so many devatas. So he is also one of the gods among all other innumerable gods which we are praying every day. So some consider like that. Some consider nature or cosmos to be the supreme. Some say, okay, there is no God, but nature is God because nature supplies us food. So nature is God, or this cosmic universe is formed. This cosmos is supreme. Like that, there are like various understanding on various sections of people about, especially Sri Krishna. So let us see here in this chapter how these misconceptions are being clarified by this Lord himself. So if you just have a recap on what we discussed in chapter number 10, Krishna ended this chapter with a very beautiful sloka. Atava bahunaitena kimnyatena tava arjuna vistabyam idam krishnam ekam stena sthito jagat. After explaining all these affluences that, among the animals I am lion, among the tree I am banyan tree, like this he is giving. So among the water bodies I am ocean. So after explaining all the affluences, at the last he is saying, but what need is there, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? He's saying with a single fragment of myself, I will pervade and support this entire universe. Just by a fraction of myself, I pervade. Means he is pervading everywhere and supporting this entire universe. Ekam sena sito jagat. So that is the greatness of the Lord. If you see the cosmic universe, we see that the space is infinite. We see there are innumerable planets. Even scientifically, they say there are millions of suns and millions of stars. There is galaxy, there is Milky Way, and there is no end to this creation, even material creation. Then you should imagine the greatness of the creator who has created this creation. So he is saying, what is the use, means what is the thing? By just understand, just by my single fragment, like a fraction of my power, I am pervading everywhere and supporting this entire universe. This is 10.42. Continuing to that, we are moving to chapter number 11. So chapter number 10, Krishna already said that with a single fragment, he is supporting and pervading the entire universe. So now Arjuna, he wants to viciously see God is pervading everywhere. He wants to see that. He is inquisitive. He is desiring to see the Lord's form. So here we should see, although Krishna is driving Arjuna's chariot, now Krishna is only a charioteer, but he is giving this statement. He pervades and supports the entire universe. Arjuna therefore wishes to see Krishna's all-pervading form. Arjuna now in the chapter 11 is going to request Krishna to reveal his vishva-rupa or his universal form. So here we are going to have the darshan of the universal form, and because we are going to see how Arjuna is seeing that, how Sanjay is able to see that. Sanjay is narrating this whole universal form to Dhritarashtra, who is sitting in this palace. So all those things we are going to discuss in this chapter. So chapter number 11, Bhagavad-gita, the universal form is called as Vishva-rupa Darshan Yoga. It's a very interesting chapter. So Arjuna inquired, can I see that all pervasive form? This is Arjuna's question in the, not we can say it's a question, it is a request to Krishna, because Krishna, you cannot, God, you can never command. You can only request God that, can I see you? Like, can I have your darshan? So, chapter number 11, the Sanskrit word we are going to have an acronym for this chapter is Rupa. Rupa means form. R-U-P-A. Okay. So, in the Sanskrit word Rupa means form. One of the biggest theological debates among great thinkers has gone on for centuries. What is that debate? What is that question? Whether God is personal or impersonal. That is a big debate. First, there is a debate that whether God is existing or not existing. So, majority of the people in this world currently are theist. Minority are atheist. So, majority believe that there is God. Okay. Among the believers, there is again another doubt. Whether God is having a form or is an impersonal. So, some of the religions say God does not have a form. Some of the religions say God is having a form. So some argue that accepting a personal form of God amounts to anthropomorphic projection of our qualities of Him. So some say that if you are giving form to God, it is like a human, you are projecting your own image to God. Because you are seeing a human form, you are projecting your form to God and telling that He is God. So you are projecting your own. Okay. Krishna, however, confirms in numerous passages of Bhagavad-gita that He manifests in many ways. So God is, what is the correct understanding? God is both impersonal and personal, both, because everything is emanating from God. So He is the source of the form as well as formless. He also categorically states that the personal is the original form. Here, we have to understand, Krishna is saying He is both personal and impersonal. But the impersonal has come from personal. If you want to understand this example, sunshine is impersonal, but sun is personal. Sun is personal. It's a planet. Okay, the sun is personal, and from the sun, what emanates is light, heat, and sun rays. These are all impersonal. So, Krishna, the Lord, is originally having a form, and whatever is emanating from Him, like the sunlight, that is called as Brahman, that is impersonal. So, God is both, but the original is personal, according to Bhagavad-gita. This is further confirmed in this chapter. In this chapter, we are going to see that after Krishna displays another of His innumerable forms known as vishva-rupa, the universal form. So this is what we are going to see, vishva-rupa. Rupa means first is request. Arjuna is requesting Krishna. You are saying that you are pervading, with your single fragment, you are pervading the entire universe and supporting this, all this planetary system. I want to see how you are pervading. You are sitting in front of me as a chariot driver. How you are pervading this entire universe. Can I see that form? Then, based on the request of Arjuna, Krishna is giving him a divine vision to see the universal form in the front of the battlefield itself. He is showing this universal form. So the display of the universal form is chapter 11. Then after seeing the universal form, Arjuna was so friendly with Krishna, but seeing this universal form, he gets frightened. Then he starts offering prayers to Krishna. That is third section. Then also the last part of the prayer Arjuna is making is, oh my dear Lord Krishna, I cannot see you in this form. It's very difficult for me to behold this form. It's sometimes ghastly also. Such a big form and so many forms are there in this. So can you just come to this Manusham Rupam, this two-handed beautiful form which you are standing as a charioteer? I am more comfortable with this form because I can relate very easily with this form. But the other form which you are showing is making me shiver again. So he is asking for that, and finally Krishna, based on against Arjuna's request, he displays the two-handed form, which is the original form of the Lord. Okay, these are the four things we are going to say: request, universal form, prayers of Arjuna, and armed form. So if you see, there are 55 verses in this chapter 11. So first 4 verses is about Arjuna's request to Krishna to exhibit the universal form. And Krishna is exhibiting this universal form. And Arjuna is witnessing this universal form in the battlefield. Then he is offering the prayers, that is 15 to 45. And then end of the prayer, Arjuna again puts forth a request to Krishna. Please come back to your 200 Shama Sundara form, the beautiful form. That is in the last section, 55 verses. So let us go into the first section, Rupa. Rupa is request. Rupa first is R. R stands for request, and first 4 verses we can see Arjuna requests to see the universal form. One may ask why he makes such a request, since he can see Krishna and is completely satisfied. Already he has seen Krishna in front, but why is he requesting? So here we should understand Arjuna is not asking only for his own sake. Arjuna does not have any personal agenda in seeing the universal form, but he requests the vision for other reasons. Let us see what are the reasons in following slides. Firstly, you want to prove without doubt Krishna's position as the source of everything, because Krishna already told in the 10th chapter, I am the source of everything. So Arjuna accepted also, Param Brahma, Param Dhamma, Pavitram, Paramam Bhava. Already he said, I am accepting, the Acharyas are accepting, and you are also declaring. Now he wants to prove that to everyone else that Krishna is the source of everything. Secondly, to set a standard that anybody who will claim that he is God, in Kali Yuga, there are a lot of people, they claim that they are Bhagavan, they are the incarnation of Bhagavan. Then we should ask them, can you show your vishva-rupa? Then only we can believe that they are God. So it is to set a standard for anyone in the future who claims to be God to show similar appearances. So people can cheat in the name of God. And unfortunately, in Kali Yuga, majority of the people are using God's name to make a good business or earn good money by telling God's name. So if somebody will claim that they are God, we should request them, can you show your universal form? Because here Krishna is exhibiting the universal form. Unfortunately, our modern world is never plagued with so-called incarnational God-men claiming to be the latest saviors of the society by dint of the fact they have mastered of some popularity or mastered few magic tricks. So people have some kind of siddhis. With that, they claim that I am Swayam Bhagavan. I have incarnated to save you. We should not be cheated by such false incarnations. So Arjuna, for various reasons, he is asking this request. So this is 11.2, verse number 2. Bhavapaya hi bhutanam shruto vistarasyo maya tvatta kamala patraksha mahatnyam api chavyayam. O lotus-eyed one, I have heard from you in detail about the appearance and disappearance of every living entity, and I have realized your inexhaustible glory. This is 11.2. And 11.4, 11.3, Arjuna is saying, O greatest of all personalities, O supreme form, though I see you here as a chariot driver, before me in your actual position, as you have described yourself, I wish, this is a request now, I wish to see you, how you have entered into this cosmic manifestation. I want to see that form of yours. So here, you can see the image. Arjuna is humbly requesting Krishna, can I see that cosmic manifestation? 11.4, again here, one more request is placing. If you think that I am able to behold your cosmic form, O my Lord, O master of all mystic powers, because Krishna is called as Yogeshwara, he is the master of all siddhis, then kindly show me that unlimited universal self. So here you can see the mood of Arjuna is telling that if you feel that I am capable, so people without qualification, they are saying, oh, you believe in God, can you show me God? No, to see God, you need qualification. Very important. Not everybody can see God. Like if your car is breakdown, you are opening the car, you don't know what is wrong. But when you go to the mechanic, he opens the car, the bonnet, and he immediately fixes. You are also seeing the same car, he is also seeing the same car. But he is able to recognize what is the fault, but we are not, because we are not qualified in that subject. Similarly, the saintly people, they are qualified to see God every moment. But as a normal person, if you are not qualified, you will not be able to see God. That's why here Arjuna is asking, if you think that I am able to behold your cosmic form, if you think I am qualified to see you, then please reveal. That means he is expressing his mood. And now we already discussed this. Why Arjuna wants to see this universal form? Let us see the reasons. So Arjuna expresses his desire to see the form which supports and pervades the entire universe. What is that? These are the reasons here. There are 4 reasons to establish Krishna's divinity for all. This is written by Prabhupada in the 11.1 purport. That Krishna is not because in the beginning of the first slide we saw that many people think that Krishna is a normal human being. So first point is to establish Krishna's divinity for all. Second, to convince others, although he does not have to personal desire, is completely satisfied to convince others again. Then third is to avoid imposters who are telling that they are the incarnation of God. Okay. And fourth is Arjuna wants to substantiate Krishna's statement that Krishna not only theoretically, philosophically, but actually shows his form. That Krishna throughout you have seen, he's telling, I am the source of everything, I am everything, everything come from me, like that. Now it is only theory. Now we are seeing that Krishna is not only telling theory, he is going to demonstrate here practically that he is the source of everything. Okay. So we are going to see all those things here now. And what are the qualifications to see the Lord's form? Here I have already discussed that. Qualification to see the Lord's form is Lord will be revealed only by his mercy. Like suppose now it is like 6 to 6:30. Now if you want to see the sun, or night 8 p.m. you want to see the sun, however powerful torchlight we have, we cannot see the sun. Only tomorrow morning when it is coming again in the horizon, we can see. Similarly, nobody can challenge God that you should come before me. If God wishes by becoming happy with your seva, he can reveal to you. He is not our servant that if you challenge him, he will come before us. So here one important point, qualification is only by revelation by the mercy of the Lord. Therefore, Arjuna requests and pleads and not orders. You can never order God. Okay, that's very important. Such a creator of the cosmic universe, you cannot tell him that, just come before me. If you are qualified, he will come. And also to see Lord's form, it is not possible by mental speculation. Means you cannot imagine those things about God, or by senses. You cannot see by our naked eyes. Here, Krishna will award divine eyes to Arjuna to see his form. Not by our material eyes we can see God. Okay, and the Lord is addressed here is Yogeshwara. So Yogeshwara means he is inconceivable. It's not very easy to understand him. And we know the Lord is infinite. Infinite means unlimited. And we are infinitesimal. We are very minute. So with our limited mind and intelligence, it is not possible to comprehend the infinite. The finite mind cannot comprehend the infinite creator. So here we already saw that what are the reasons to establish the supremacy of the Lord, to set a criteria for any incarnation, to please Arjuna who wanted to see that form, and to encourage Arjuna to fight. These are the reasons. So are we completed? Request part is completed. Now Krishna is going to give that special vision to Arjuna. Here you can see in the image, Sanjay is also able to see that form because of his divine mystic vision, and the whole thing is narrating to Dhritarashtra, who is sitting in the palace in Hastinapur. So universal form 5 to 14, Krishna grants Arjuna's request and shows his universal form. While God is the source of this universe, he is simultaneously the universe itself, in the sense that he is present within his own creation. So God is creator as well as he is present within his own creation. For example, here it is in my writings, you can probably understanding something about me. If you read a novel, you can little bit understand the mood of the novel writer. The effect of writing still says something about the cause of the author. Means the author, what his thoughts, what is his feelings, that is only expressed in the book. In that sense, the cause is present in the effect. So we can understand from the effect, we can understand a little bit about the cause. So God is the source of this universe, but it is simultaneously encompassing the universe. That means we can understand about God from this universal form also a little bit. So here we can see Arjuna could see all the things in the universal form. It is like a big, IMAX theater, big screen, 70 mm. You can see everything. Like that, here the Lord is exhibiting this universal form. So 11.6, now Krishna has started replying, my dear Arjuna, O son of Pratap, see now my affluences. Hundreds and thousands of very divine and multicolored forms. Now started exhibiting this universal form in front of Arjuna. Oh, best of the Bharatas, 11.6. See here the different manifestations who are there in the universal form. Adityas are there. Vasus, Rudras means Lord Shiva, Ashwini Kumara, and all the demigods are there. So you can see Krishna is saying in the 10th chapter beginning, I am the source, Aham Adihi Devana, Maharshinam Cha Sarvasha, 10.2. So Krishna is telling, I am the source of all demigods and all the sages. Here, he has said and he has proved. He is showing in the universal form, all the demigods, all the sages are there, present in this universal form. Behold the many wonderful things which no one has ever seen or heard of before. So this universal form, nobody else has seen. You can see now like that, Krishna is exhibiting that form. And 11.7, O Arjuna, whatever you wish to see, behold at once in this body of mine. This universal form can show you whatever you now desire to see and whatever you may want to see in future. So you can see the past, you can see the present, you can see the future. All the three things you can see in the universal form. Everything moving and non-moving is here completely in one place. As I said, in one location, like you go to, Lulu, you shop everything within one shop, right? Like that, in this universal form, the entire cosmic manifestation is present within this universal form, and wherever you can also see the past, present, and future also you can see. But you cannot see me with your present eyes. This is the condition. Our material eyes, we cannot behold that form. You need spiritual eyes. So therefore, Krishna is telling, therefore I give you divine eyes. So that is Lord's mercy. Here also, when we want to see Lord, without his mercy, we cannot see. Therefore, I give you divine eyes. Behold my mystic affluence. Like that, Krishna now he is giving this mystic vision or divine eyes to Arjuna so that he can see the universal form. So here you can see Sanjaya. How did Sanjaya describes what was shown to Arjuna by the Lord? So how does Sanjaya know all these things? Sanjaya was provided the divine vision, we know that already, with the blessings of Srila Vyasadeva, so that he could see the happenings in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. It's a live telecasting. Like we see this cricket match is live telecasted. Like that, Sanjaya is live telecasting because he got the blessing of his guru, so that he will get this mystic vision, so that he can see what is happening in the distant place. In subsequent verses, Sanjaya is describing here the universal form of the Lord. Now Sanjaya is entering into the picture. He started explaining to Dhritarashtra what he is able to see in the battlefield, which is displayed to Arjuna upon this request. So now Sanjaya started describing the universal form. So he's saying that Arjuna now saw in the universal form unlimited mouths. So that means you cannot count. You can see a glimpse of this universal form in your left side, the PowerPoint. This is the famous universal form, vishva-rupa, which was exhibited by the Lord, the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So Arjuna saw in that universal form unlimited mouths, unlimited eyes, unlimited wonderful visions. The form was decorated with many celestial ornaments and bore many divine upraised weapons. So one thing we should understand, just by mere words we cannot describe, but whatever possible, it is being described through the scripture so that we can understand at least a glimpse of that universal form. He wore celestial garlands and garments, and many divine scents were smeared all over his body. All was wondrous, brilliant, unlimited, and all expanding. That means that form is not one, it's keep on expanding to bigger, bigger, bigger. So like that, you can see here, Krishna is sitting here. Background, you can see the vishva-rupa, and Arjuna is folding his hands and seeing that big form. And how was that form? It is said in 11.12, if hundreds and thousands of suns were raised at once into the sky, their radiance might resemble the effulgence of the Supreme Person in that universal form. Now, in the peak summer, we are not able to handle one sun. It's so hot and so bright. Now, this vishva-rupa is like hundreds and thousands of suns were at once raised into the sky. Their radiance might resemble the effulgence. So, if so much sun will appear one time in the sky, you can understand that brightness. That brightness was exhibited in this universal form, 11.12. So 11.13, at that time, Arjuna could see in that universal form of the Lord, the unlimited expansions of the universe situated in one place, although divided into many, many thousands. So you can also understand that one time when Krishna was a small boy, he was eating dirt, and Mother Yashoda chastised and told to open the mouth. That time also Krishna shown this universal form within his mouth. And one time when Duryodhana wanted to arrest him when he was as a peace messenger, that time also he partially exhibited this universal form. But this universal form is in a full scale. Prabhupada writing in the purport, others on the battlefield could not see this form. It's a very important point. Others on the battlefield could not see this form because Krishna gave the vision only to Arjuna. So it is like masked. Now only one person can see because other people did not have that divine eyes. Krishna given this divine eyes only to Arjuna. So others in the battlefield could not see that. Arjuna could see in the body of Krishna many thousands of planets. As we learn from Vedic scripture, there are many universes and many planets. Some of them are made of earth. Some of them planets are made of gold. Some are made of jewels. Some are very great. Some are not so great, etc. Sitting on his chariot, Arjuna could see all this but no one could understand what was going on between Arjuna and Krishna. That is the situation in the battlefield. So now Arjuna's reaction is that Arjuna is now bewildered. You can see Arjuna here. Arjuna is bewildered and astonished by seeing this universal form. His hair standing on the end, Arjuna bows down and begins to pray with folded hands. Bhagavad-gita 11.14 describes the change of rasa from friendship to wonder. So Arjuna is having friendship relationship with Krishna, but now that relationship changes to wonder. Oh, I was thinking Krishna like normally, but it was like Adbhuda rasa, wonder rasa, which proves that Krishna is the reservoir of all relationships. Okay, there are different rasas we have with God. Like we have friend mood, we have lover mood, we have parental mood, like that, servant mood. So here that wonderful rasa is being exhibited by between Arjuna and Krishna. Symptoms of wonder indicated by calm, sober, quiet personality being changed to ecstatic, astonished personality with hair standing on end and offering prayers with folded hands. So Arjuna's position is slowly changing now. How did Arjuna respond? Arjuna speaks his realizations of the universal form. Now he has already seen the universal form. Now Arjuna is going to speak these realizations of this universal form from 11.15 to 19. Let us see what Arjuna is telling now. Arjuna bowed his head to the offer obeisances with folded hands, begin to pray. Now he's no more like a friend. He started praying. You can see in the image. Arjuna is folding his hands and in front of the universal form, he begin to pray. So what are the prayers of Arjuna? 15 to 45. Verse number 15 to 45. Arjuna faltering praying to universal form, awed by greatness of Krishna. Now he is able to see the greatness of Krishna and begs forgiveness for having previously treated him with familiarity and friendship. Very important point. Krishna was always with Pandavas, and when they were living together, sometimes Arjuna was eating together in the same plate with Krishna, sleeping on the same bed. Sometimes he will joke him, sometimes he will insult him. Arjuna will insult Krishna also. Now he's saying, no, I was very close friend. I was thinking like this, but I have insulted him many times. I have played with him. I have pushed him. Now he's saying he's such a great person. He's after seeing universal form. He started beg for forgiveness for having previously treated him with familiarity and friendship. Because, sometimes when we are with close friends, we hit them, we mock at them, we try to, mimicry, so here Arjuna also did like that and he's feeling sorry for that because he thinks that I did not treat God as God, Most religious traditions do not go beyond this majestic understanding to God. God, who is the creator, the all-knowing and infallible, it often leads to fearful exchange with God. Okay. Normally, when we know God, immediately fear comes. We don't go very close. That's why, in order to have close exchange, God will hide his identity. In Vrindavan, when he came, he never revealed to Vrajavasi that I am God. Because as soon as he will reveal that he is God, immediately people, instead of loving and going close to God, they become fearful. Because every religion, when the word God comes, they fear. Oh, fasting, I have to do, otherwise God will punish me. God will put me in hell. So let me read the scripture, let me follow all these things. Because God will punish me. God will punish me. So the fear factor is main. So it often leads to fearful exchange with God. When the fear is there, what happens? There is lacking of intimacy. This close relationship is not there. So Krishna wants close relationship, loving relationship. Sweetness and personal relationship is lost when there is fear. That's why Krishna does not reveal that he is God to everyone. To Mother Yashoda, he was never as God. Mother Yashoda saw as a loving child. Yashoda used to chase Krishna with a stick. When Krishna will do some mischief, he will steal butter. She will chase. She will hit Krishna with a stick. She will punish Krishna. And Krishna loved all those loving exchanges. So that is the mood of God, that he wants to be very close with us. Like there is prime minister in the country, there are all the people, chief minister or minister, they are going with some kind of respect. But prime minister want to have an intimate relationship. To whom he is having intimate relationship? To his own family members, he's playing with them, joking with them, but he will not joke with all the other people, outside people. Like that with the devotees, Krishna wants to have a very, very close, intimate relationship. So here with Pandavas, he's having such an intimate relationship. And Arjuna was so free with him that now he's feeling sorry that, after seeing the universal form, in what way I have insulted, I am begging forgiveness. I have eaten in your same plate. Because we cannot eat in God's plate. No, like that. Arjuna is feeling for that. Having seen enough, Arjuna anxiously requests Krishna to once again reveal his two-armed form so that he can again release the intimacy. Now the fear factor came to Arjuna also after seeing the universal form. If you see God's original form, he also maybe, if he will exhibit the universal form, we cannot withstand. So here immediately Arjuna is telling, please come back to your two-armed form, the beautiful form which you are standing as a charioteer, so that I can again release that, I can again become very close to you in the intimacy of that interaction. So that is the final request of Arjuna. So but let us see what are the prayers. My dear Lord Krishna, I see assembled in your body all demigods. This is Arjuna is saying after the vishva-rupa realization. And various other living entities. I see Brahma. Brahma is a secondary creator. So he is able to see Brahma in the vishva-rupa, sitting on the lotus flower, as well as Lord Shiva and all the sages and divine serpents. These are all Arjuna is saying as whatever he witnessed in the universal form, 11.15. So here you are seeing this Vedic universal map according to our scriptures. This universe is having so many planetary systems. In this one universe, there are 14 planetary systems. So let us go into that one by one. So, as per our Vedic scriptures, Sri Krishna is the cause of all causes. Ishvara Parama Krishna, Sachidananda Vigranadi Radha Govindam, Sarva Karana Karana. So, Krishna expands himself into Balaram. That is first expansion of Krishna. Balaram expands into 4 Chaturyuva. Vasudeva, Sankarshna, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. This is called as Adi Chaturyuva. Then the Sankarshna expands into Narayana. We all pray to Lakshmi Narayana, right? Narayana, 400 form. Narayana expands into Ditya Chaturvya form. That is Vasudeva, Sankarshna, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. Again, second expansion of the first. This is called first quadruple expansion. This is called second quadruple expansion. From the second Sankarshna, who comes? Mahavishnu comes. Mahavishnu, we know Mahavishnu. Mahadeva, Lord Shiva also appears, Mahadeva. He also appears from Sankarshna. From Mahavishnu comes Garbhodaksha Vishnu. From Garbhodaksha Vishnu expands to Kshirodaksha Vishnu, who is called as Paramatma, seated in the heart of every living entity. So this is how the flow goes in the Krishna, how he's expanding into various Vishnu Tattvas. Okay. And here Mahavishnu is the source of all universes in this material world. Here you can see Mahavishnu lying in the causal ocean. And from his body breathing, so many universes are coming out. When he is exhaling, from the force of the body, innumerable universes are coming out. When he is inhaling, all the universes will be going inside his body. That is called Pralaya. So after this, Mahavishnu expands as Garbhodaksha Vishnu. So he is entering each bubble. You can see each bubbles here. One bubble he will enter, and he is lying in this Ananta Sesh, and Lakshmi Devi, his consort, is serving the Lord. And from his lotus coming Lord Brahma, the secondary creator. Brahma creates this 14 planetary system within this one bubble. And this bubble is floating in this cosmic waters. Okay, in this bubble, Garbhodaksha Vishnu enters. From his navel, Brahma comes, and Brahma creates all the living entities. In that 14 planetary system is there within the lotus stem. In that 7th planetary system is our earthly planet, Burloka. And Garbhodaksha Vishnu again expands into Kshirodaksha Vishnu, who is the Paramatma within our heart, within all the living entities. Any Jivatma, Paramatma is always accompanied till the Atma reaches the spiritual abode. Till the time it will accompany us. So that is the third Vishnu. So you see Mahavishnu, Karanodaksha Vishnu, Garbhodaksha Vishnu, Kshirodaksha Vishnu. So Krishna itself becoming us 3 Vishnus here. And Bhagavad-gita also 9.8, Krishna says, the whole cosmic order is under me. Under my will, it will be automatically manifested. And again, under my will, it will be annihilated. That means Krishna is telling, under my will, I am creating. And under my will, I am actually again annihilating. Pralaya is there. So, while Mahavishnu sleeps within the causal ocean, here you can see causal ocean, innumerable universes like golden seeds are generated along with his breathing. Here you can see along his body, innumerable universes are being generated along with his breathing. Then you can see that, these are all what we are seeing now. It is not from the 11th chapter of Bhagavad-gita. This is not only for your information. Okay, 14 planetary system. Because Arjuna said, I can see Brahma, we are seeing where is Brahma situated. 14 planetary system consisting of Bhur, Bhuva, Swa, upper, middle, and lower planets. 3 words. They say Bhur, Bhuva, Swa. Here we can see it starts from here. Bhuvarlok. This is our Bhuloka. Bhuloka means earthly planetary system. Here. So you can see here, above that there is Swargalok above us. Swargaloka means heavenly planets. Then there is Maharlok, Janalok, Tapalok, and Satyalok. Satyalok is where Brahma is residing. And below Bhuloka, it is Atala, Sutala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Talatala, Rasatala, Patala. So total 14 planetary systems. It is within the stem of this lotus. You can see the lotus. Within the stem is this 14 planetary system. And the lotus is sprouted from this Mahavishnu's navel, Padmanabha. That's why Lord's name is called as Padmanabha. Lotus. He expands as super soul, that is third Vishnu, Paramatma in the heart of every living being, and in every atom. He is present even within the atom. You see the electrons are revolving around the atom. That is also because of the impact of Paramatma. Every atom and space between the atom. So God is pervading everywhere. How he is pervading? As a Brahman, and he is present inside everything as Paramatma. So two things you have to. He is pervading everywhere as Brahman. He is pervading within the atom also as Paramatma. And he is present in his own spiritual world as Bhagavan. So Bhagavan, Brahman, and Paramatma. So three features. God can be realized in three features. Either you can realize God as a beginning stage as Brahman through Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga. Then you can realize Bhagavan as Paramatma using Dhyana Yoga. And same God you can realize as Bhagavan when you take up the process of Bhakti Yoga. And Bhakti Yoga is the topmost. Bhagavan realization is the topmost in spiritual realization. So you can see here, sometimes the Devatas go to Mahavishnu, who is situated in the Milky Ocean, they say. This Mahavishnu is not in the spiritual world. This is within our material universe. There is one place called as Shirodak. Means there is a place where we can, these Devatas who are in the Swargaloka, they approach here in this planet and then they offer their prayers. Then through them, Krishna incarnates in this material universe. Arjuna in great fear asked two questions now. After seeing all this, now all this part is complete. Arjuna is asking, who are you? Question. In asking in fear, like, who are you? Like this, not with command. Who are you means with fear. Then what is your mission? The universal form is asking, who are you and what is your mission? Why Arjuna asked these questions in text number 31? Arjuna knew Krishna as his friend and supreme personality. You know that. But he was puzzled by various forms exhibited by Krishna. Arjuna knows his supreme personality of God. But his universal form is not able to understand what is this form, why this so much forms are being displayed by Krishna. So he asked that universal form, who are you? What is your mission? That is what question 11.31. So the vishva-rupa, it's answering. Time, I am. Krishna is answering. Kala rupa. I am time. Very important. Time is very, very important because time determines everything. Once one moment goes, we can never birth. No, this time is only influencing the form of birth. If time is influencing the form of growth, time is influencing the form of we maintain for some time, and then we have some byproducts, we get our children, then we dwindle and death. What is influencing all this transformation of the body? That is by the factor of time cycle. This is called time cycle. Our individual time cycle. This is called individual time cycle for a human being. Now, time I am. This time, Krishna is speaking. Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Kalo asmi lokakshaya krit pravardo. 11.32. Lokan samahartam iha pravartaha. Rite pitvam bhavishyanti sarve. Evastita pratyanikshu yodaha. The Supreme Personality of God at Bhagavan Vacha said, time I am the great destroyer of the worlds. And I have come here to destroy all people because whoever in the Adharma side will be destroyed. With the exceptions of you, the Pandavas, and all the soldiers here on both sides will be slain. So Krishna, as a creator, he has the responsibility when Adharma will go up, he will come and balance, he will establish the Dharma. So he's telling, I will destroy by my time factor, I will destroy everything. Therefore, get up, prepare to fight and win the glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy your flourishing kingdom. They are already put into death by my arrangement. Here you have to see that already Krishna put an arrangement for death of everybody. And you, Sabyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight. You just fight. They already die by my arrangement. You just fight and take the credit that you have did the war. You have won the war. So, Nimitta Matra Bhavya Sabyasachi. Krishna says that we are all instrument in the hand of God. God will arrange everything. If you desire to serve him, he will arrange everything. Just we have to become his instrument. So becoming an instrument, Nimitta Matra Bhavya Savya Sachin. What is that instrument? The force that Paramatma uses to run the material time factor. So this material world is run in the time factor. Brahma has a lifespan, insects have a lifespan, trees have a lifetime, human beings have a lifetime, time factor. Everything is influenced in this material world by time. With the factor influence of time, everything is finished in this material world. Through the time factor, the destruction of the Kurus has already been arranged. So, direct versus indirect control. The plan of the world, purpose, right in the 11.33 purport. There is a specific plan being carried out in this material world. What is that plan? Why Krishna is creating this universe? What is the plan he is having? This cosmic manifestation is a chance for the conditioned souls, for the Jivatma, to go back to spiritual world. As long as they have the dominating mentality which makes them to try to lord it over the material nature, they are conditioned. But anyone who can understand the plan of the Supreme Lord and cultivate Krishna consciousness is most intelligent. So we want to enjoy this world, so Krishna is creating. But at the same time, he's instructing, this is not a good place, you come back to me. So when we understand this, that this place is a very dangerous place, and there are a lot of problems in this world, and God is calling me, let me try to take up spiritual life and go back to him, then this is a chance that we can go back to our home. But if Krishna, there are souls, still they want to enjoy this world, Krishna will again create this world. After Pralaya, he will create again, and the souls will come back, again take a body to continue their fulfilling their desires. So that is the plan of this world. The plan of God and his devotee. Every plan is made by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but he is so kind and merciful to his devotees that he wants to give the credit to his devotees who carry out his plan according to his desire. Life should therefore move in such a way that everyone acts in Krishna consciousness and understands the Supreme Personality of Godhead through the medium of spiritual master, Guru. The plans of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are understood by his mercy, and the plans of the devotees are good as his plans. One should follow such plans and be victorious in the struggle for existence. So here you can see the Lord is arranging everything. He is very kind and is very merciful that he wants to give the credit to his devotees who carry out his plan. So the Lord is already having a plan. If we don't do it, somebody else will do it. So better we become an instrument in the hand of God so that he is also happy, we are also happy. And how do we know the plan? Through the medium of a spiritual master, through a Guru. Guru is a merciful manifestation of the Supreme Lord. So through him, we will know what is the plan of the Supreme Lord. How did Arjuna respond? Arjuna offered prayers, 35 to 46. Here you can see how Krishna relates to his devotees. But Krishna is so kind and merciful that in spite of such affluence, he played with Arjuna as a friend. Arjuna is lamenting his previous over familiar relationship with Krishna. You can see here also Sudama, Krishna, when they are studying with their Guru Sandipani Muni. Krishna was so humble. When Sudama came, he washed his feet, in a very humble way. Krishna, even though he is a Supreme Lord, he never displayed that I am great. Even in the Rajasvi Yajna, he washed all the guests' feet. And you can see here, with Arjuna also, he became a chariot driver. So even though he is a Supreme Lord, he is ready to take up any menial post for the pleasure of his devotees. Here we can see Rupa, last one, armed form, 46 to 55, very important point. Armed form, Arjuna requests to see the Manusham Rupa. Manusham Rupa means human-like form of Krishna, around whose neck is swinging a garland of flowers, beautiful with moon locket, whose two arms are adorned with flute and jeweled ornaments. We know Krishna's form. He is with flute, beautiful ornament, beautiful garland, and whose graceful threshold bending form attracts the minds of his devotees. Ancient Sanskrit text describes Krishna as Rasovaisa. What is the Rasovaisa? The very embodiment of affectionate relationship, loving, relishing, and transcendental sweetness. So that means he enjoys the emotions. Like we enjoy emotions with our child. When the child laughs, we laugh. We enjoy the relationship with our friends. We enjoy the relationship with our servants. We enjoy the relationship with our family members, relatives. So like that, Krishna is called Rasovaisa. Krishna enjoys his relationship with devotees. So God is a person who is full of color, character, and bliss. He knows how to have a good time and is much more interested in relishing the sweetness of pure love than the ritualistic worship of those who approach him with awe and reverence. So one time, one person from Germany, he came to India. He wanted to research who is God. So he went to various temples and then finally he told Krishna is God. So the other person asked him, why do you say Krishna is God? Then he said, all the temples I visited, I saw that every god is having some instrument in his hand. Some are having trishul, somebody is having this, somebody is having, knife or something, sword, like that. So that means everybody is having certain things to do. That's why they're having the instrument. If you have a trishul, means there is a purpose. But I see Krishna is having a flute. That means he has nothing to do. Who is having flute? One who is like, you go for a beach, you go for a relaxed state, then you play the flute or you play your musical instrument. So like that, Krishna is happy without any duties or responsibilities, just playing the flute, dancing, enjoying, stealing butter. So he was telling that God means who is not having anything to do. Because if he's having some duty and responsibility, he will also have a headache. He will also have stress. So here I can see that this person is bindas. He's happy. He's smiling always. He's always smiling. You always see Krishna statue or a deity. He'll always smile and he's having a flute and he's having a peacock feather and he's very blissful and he's always in company of his devotees. There is a calf, there is a cow, there are gopis, there are gopas. So it was said like that. So here you can see he's full of color, character and bliss and he dances beautifully. We know the Rasalila dance. So this is the Lord's position is very, very sweet. And he wants to give that same feeling to his devotees also. And you can see Krishna's form here, Manisham Rupam. Many people tell that we are projecting our human-like form to God. No, actually even the Bible says that man is made in the image of God. We are actually a copy-paste. We are a Xerox copy of God. We should not say God is our Xerox copy. We can see in the other way also, we are Xerox copy of God. That means we have two hands, two legs. God made human beings in his same image. As he is, he has presented us as a copy-paste here. So that means, according to the scriptures, the original form of the Lord actually is two hand, two leg. And beautiful face, Shama Sundara. Beautiful face and moon-like face. But when he is expanding as Narayana, he becomes four hands. So that is his expansion. But the original form of the Lord is Shama Sundara. That form only Arjuna is asking here to display. All forms come from Krishna. You have to understand that. All the forms, whatever we see here, whether it is Durga Devi, or Sita, Mother Sita, or it is Lord Shiva, or Kartikeya, Ganesha, whatever forms we see here, all the forms come from Krishna. And you can see Krishna's form here in the previous slide. You can see here. He's beautiful, playing flute with cows. He's always enjoying. He's always enjoying. There is no way, you can see Krishna is always in stress or something. So if you are connected to Krishna, like if you say our friend is always jovial, if you are close to him, you will also become jovial. So same way, Krishna is very happy. The more we connect to Krishna, we will also be happy. And Bhagavatam says here 1.3.28. If you want, you can note down this verse. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.3.28. Vyasadeva mentions this, where Lord Ganesha is writing this. Ede chamsa kala pumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indriyari Vyakalam Loke Vridayanti Yuge Yuge. All the above mentioned incarnations, which are mentioned in the previous lokas, are either plenary portions or portions of the plenary portions of the Lord. Kala Pumsaha. Kala means portion, Pumsa. Chamsa Kala. Amsa means portion. Kala means portion of the portion. But the Lord Sri Krishna, Krishna's to Bhagavan Swayam is the original personality of Godhead. Brahma also says, Ishvara Parama Krishna, Sachitananda Viranadi Raja Govindam, Sarva Karana Karanam. So, Krishna's to Bhagavan Swayam, original personality of Godhead. All of them appear on the planets whenever there is a disturbance created by atheists. Dharma Samsthaparataya Sambhavami Yuge Yuge. He comes as Lord Ram, he comes as Lord Narasimha, he comes as Varaha, he comes as Vamana, he comes as, Matsya, he comes as Kurma. The Lord incarnates to protect the East. The people who are spiritual people, the Lord comes down to protect them. Sadhu, Paritranaya Sadhunam, Vinakshayata Dushtatam. And this is a verse from Brahma Samhita, where Lord Brahma is reciting this verse. Yesvaika Nivasati Akala Matavalambya Jivanti Loma Vilaja Jagadantanata Vishnur Mahansa Yesha Kala Vishesho Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. What Lord Brahma is saying? Brahma and other lords of the mundane worlds appearing from the pores of the hairs of Mahavishnu. remain alive as long as the duration of one exhalation of Mahavishnu. As he said, Mahavishnu's one breathing is only this universe. When he inhales, there is pralaya. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, whose subjective personality Mahavishnu is a portion of portion. And who is this Mahavishnu? From whose pores millions of universes coming? He is not even portion of Krishna, he is a portion of Krishna. Because Krishna expands into Balaram, Balaram expands into first quadruple expansion. Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Vasudeva, Aniruddha. Then Sankarshana expands into Narayana. Narayana expands into secondary quadruple expansion. Mahash, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Vasudeva. From second Sankarshana comes this Mahavishnu. That means portion of the portion. Different process to know the absolute truth. So how do you understand the Supreme Lord? What are the different processes? So we are coming to the last section today. Different processes to know the absolute truth. Now, how does the materialist calculation of the Supreme Lord? How the materialistic people see Supreme Lord? To consider Krishna to be a great historical personality. They believe yes, he is a person who has lived before, 5,000 years before, in this place called Vrindavan. But he is a historical personality. But an ordinary man, even though he was so powerful, but he had to accept a material body. Even though he is a powerful person, we read from many Leelas, but he had to accept a material body. But the supreme absolute truth is impersonal. God does not have any form. That is materialistic calculation of the Supreme Lord. Now somebody is speculating, always thinking about God, how God will be like this, like that, like this, like that, with his own imaginative power. Those who are in search of knowledge also speculate on Krishna. They also speculate on God. Consider him to be less important than universal form of the Supreme. They think that 200 form is not important. This vishva-rupa is important. Think of personal form of the Supreme Being something imaginary. They think that man has created this image in the same way and telling he is God, like that. So think personal form of the Supreme is something imaginary. And the third is the transcendental process, which is Bhakti Yoga, actual Vedic process. We are hearing from God itself, hearing from the authorities, from Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Three things: Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. We are hearing from Bhagavad-gita, which is a Shastra. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena seveya upadekshanti jnanam jnanina tattva-darshana. 4.34. Lord Krishna reveals by removing Yoga Maya. So when we approach in that way, then Krishna will reveal his original Shama Sundara form. Rendering devotional service as suggested by Vedic literatures and great acharyas, then we can understand the actual form of the Lord, who is the most beautiful person in this entire, so because he is the source of all creation, he is the source of all beauty, he is the source of all strength, he is the source of all knowledge, he is the source of all renunciation, he is the source of all affluence. So we have to know. And Krishna can be revealed only by your devotional service. So if you go back to the history, there are many saints and sages where Krishna was revealed to them. Here you can see Bilvamangal Thakur. He was a blind person. He is singing bhajan and Krishna is happily sitting in front of him and listening. Because Bilvamangal Thakur had so much love and devotion, Krishna is so much enjoying, relishing his bhajans. So God only cares, Srila Prabhupada says, God only cares how much you love him. You know, if you love him, it is his weakness. The more you love him, the more he becomes closer to you. And he relishes. Here you can see he's enjoying Bilvamangal. And personally, he took care of Bilvamangal Thakur. And every day when he will recite the bhajans, Bilvamangal Thakur composed so many bhajans. So Krishna eagerly comes and sits in front of him and says, you know, how beautifully he is hearing the glorification or bhajans, you know. That's the mood of God. He loves his devotees when they are expressing their love. So Krishna can be revealed only by pure devotional service, not by any other way. Otherwise, Krishna will always remain a mystery if you, until and unless we take up the process of Bhakti Yoga, which starts from beginning with Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archana, Mandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedam. Shravanam means hearing about God. Kirtanam means we start chanting the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. When we chant this sincerely, then the Lord purifies our heart, all contamination. There is whatever contaminations we have here, like Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Then Krishna starts revealing within and without. So characteristics of devotional service, that pure devotional service, what are its characteristics? Here, cultivating devotional service, as we said, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archana, Mandanam, Dasyam, Sakman. Navavida Bhakti, 9 process of Bhakti. So Shravanam is the easiest. See, you are sitting here in the front of computer, you are hearing, this is Bhakti Yoga. You need not do anything. Just we sit and hear about the Lord. So that is called Shravanam, the easiest process. Even if you take out of 9, one process, we can achieve perfection. And what is the example? Hearing. Maharaj Parikshit, just by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, he achieved perfection. And Kirtana means glorifying the Lord, chanting and glorifying. So just if you do only Kirtanam, Sukadeva Goswami just explained this whole Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj and he attained perfection. And Smaranam, Vishnu Smaranam is remembering the Lord. Prahlad Maharaj always was remembering God when his father was torturing and he achieved perfection. Pada Sevanam means serving the Lord's lotus feet. Mother Lakshmi, as we saw in the previous photo, how for Narayana, he's serving beautifully. She's serving beautifully. So she achieved perfection by that. Archana means deity worship. So if you want to do a deity worship, then Maharaj Prithu achieved by Archana. Vandana means praying. Akrura achieved perfection by praying to the Lord. When he wanted to take back Krishna to Kamsa, he was praying so beautifully that just by his prayers, he achieved perfection. And Dasya means becoming a servant to the Lord. That is Hanuman, how we served the Lord Ram. And Sakya means by becoming friendship also, we can achieve perfection. That is Arjuna achieved perfection by becoming friend to Krishna. And Atmanivedana means you are completely surrendering yourself, everything to the lotus feet of Krishna. That is the last sloka of Bhagavad-gita, 18th chapter. Sarvadharman parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja. So that complete surrender was exhibited by Bali Maharaj and he achieved perfection. And all the 9 process was done by one great personality called as in the scripture, Maharaj Ambarish. He followed not all these personalities, they followed one process out of 9. He followed 9 out of 9 and he achieved perfection. That is Maharaj Ambarish. He was a king of the entire universe at one time in this material universe. So this is the summary of today's discussion. Arjuna very humbly asked Krishna that you are saying about your applauses. Can I see that visually in front of me? So after this request that he want to see those things directly, he is requesting that universal form to be exhibited. Krishna grants him the divine vision, divine eyes to see the universal form. Krishna exhibits this universal form where Arjuna is able to see all the devatas, all the sages. Many people are there and so much divine garlands, divine aromas are coming. And after seeing some of the people are dying by getting crushed into the mouth of the universal form, Arjuna starts fearing and trembling and start offering prayers to Krishna. And then finally, he is saying that, please come back to your original two-armed form. I am not able to see this universal form. It is because so ghastly. So then, based on Arjuna's prayer, again Krishna comes in this original Shama Sundara form, which is very, very pleasing and pleasant to our eyes. That's why in the temple, we have this 200 form, which we can meditate on this Krishna's beautiful form. If you go to any temple, you can always see how Krishna is very beautifully decorated that you cannot take the eyes from this deities. So this summary I will post in the group. You can go through this. So thank you very much. So this is chapter 11. And next week, we will have chapter number 12. Not next week, I am traveling. So next Monday, there will be no class. That following Monday, not next Friday, there will be no class. Following Friday, we will have chapter 12, which is about the devotional service, Bhakti Yoga. The last part of the Bhakti section is chapter number 12. That we will discuss not coming Friday. Coming next Friday, we can discuss. So next Friday, there will be no class. So thank you very much for your patient attending this class. And next chapter will be Bhagavad-gita chapter 12. It's called devotional service. Very, very short chapter. Short, very less number of verses. The shortest chapter in Bhagavad-gita is chapter 12. It is telling about the qualities which is attracting God, spiritual qualities, which makes God very much attracted to that Jivatma. So that we will see in the next, not coming Friday, next Friday. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So now it is your time. So Devendra Ratha Prabhu has to thank you, Prabhuji, enlightened explanation of acronym Rupa and 9 service. Thank you, Prabhu. So now any devotees have any questions on this vishva-rupa, please feel free to, you can ask the question or you can type in the chat box also. Hare Krishna. So any questions? Shankarnath Murari Prabhu? Okay.
Prabhuji,
Yes,
I want to
please.
ask a question. Actually, morning I was discussing with my child, Nikhil. So
Okay.
he was asking, when Lord Krishna was telling this in the Yuddha Bhumi to Arjun, who has written this Gita? Ultimately, it
Okay.
was spoken by Lord Krishna. Ultimately,
Mm.
who has written this in the
Yes.
form of slokas?
Yes. Very nice question, Prabhu. Mm.
Yeah.
So this should, this whole Bhagavad Gita is in Mahabharata. As we discussed in the first chapter, if you remember, this whole Bhagavad Gita is a part of Mahabharata. It's a one chapter from Mahabharata. So Mahabharata was dictated by Vedavyas, and he want a very strong person who can, as he's dictating, he should write continuously. So he was looking for some person, and it was written by Lord Ganesh.
Yes.
Yes, so the whole thing was written, and you know why this is written? This is like a story form, this is because it's Puranas, no? Itihasas, we say, Ramayana and Mahabharata Itihasa. So it was there like certain class of people only have access to the scriptures like Upanishad or like that. So Krishna want to give to all the masses this instruction. So this intentionally it is put into a Itihasa so that, everybody can read Bhagavad Gita. So everybody can get access to this knowledge. That's why it is intentionally put. So there is called as Shruti and Smriti. Shruti means that which is heard, and Smriti means that which is remembered. So all these Vedas, Upanishads, everything come under, that is coming as revealed, Shruti. And this is actually coming Mahabharata. So it is actually God's word, so it is Shruti, but it is within this Mahabharata, so it is Smriti also. So it is combined together so that everybody can get access to this knowledge. Otherwise, only Upanishad, where only certain classes of people were having access to those things in the earlier age-old times. That's why Krishna, through Vyasadev, he put this Bhagavad Gita inside Mahabharata. So it is written in the written form in the part of the Mahabharata. So we know how much verses Mahabharata there. In that, I think Shanti Parva, this Bhagavad Gita is there, one chapter.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for wonderful explanation.
Welcome.
Yes.
Nice, good question,
When
bro.
we discuss with our kids, also there are also some asking questions like this. We have to answer.
Yeah, bro. Feel free,
Yes.
even in the group, you can ask, and if even I don't know, I can refer and tell you also.
Sure.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. So, any other questions? Okay. So, if there are no other questions, thank you all for attending this session, and we will meet again on Friday, 19th. We meet again on 26th May with chapter 12 at evening, local time 6 p.m., Indian time 8:30 p.m. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpataribhascha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Kodi Vaishnavanta ki jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavad-gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Guru Maharaj ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you all and have a nice and wonderful week ahead. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.